notice requirements of the Open Public Safety Act has been satisfied with respect to this meeting. Specifically, the time, date, and location were included in the annual notice of meetings adopted by the Municipal Council of Borough of Waldwick, posted in the Administration Building, 63 Franklin Turnpike, Waldwick, New Jersey, by the Municipal Clerk's Office, sent to the Bergen Record. Additionally, to the extent known, in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, the agenda for this meeting and whether formal action will be taken was posted in the Administration Building as per P.L.2025, C.72, was also posted on our official borough website. Clerk, please take the roll.
Mayor Giordano.
Here.
Mr. Brennick. Here. Ms. Sarah Cole-Drake. Here. Mr. Martinello.
Here.
Mr. Ritchie.
Here.
Ms. Smith.
Here.
Ms. Wingate.
Here.
Everyone kindly rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us have a moment of silence for all our Waldwick veterans and all veterans across our country who have served, given up their lives some, so that we can live in a land that is free, that we can assemble the way we are tonight. Would the clerk please do the prayer?
Dear Lord, we start this meeting asking for your guidance and wisdom. May we find unity and fairness. The outcome should reflect our wishes to assist the borough in all their endeavors. We thank you in his name. Amen.
Amen.
There is no proclamations or presentations tonight, but we will have a little discussion and update on our municipal budget by our Chair of the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a few updates. We want to start doing this at every council meeting just to bring the council up to date on where we are in terms of progression on the budget, actuals versus plan. So Tatiana is, I think, handing some stuff out. And also we're going to talk about any pending grants, excuse me, thank you, any pending grants, any contracts that are coming up for renewal that we can start talking about, and generally give the council any opportunities to ask questions or to make suggestions on things. So to date, around our water budget, we have used or expended about 35% of the budgeted dollars, so we're in good shape so far as we're about halfway through the year. And also along the municipal budget side, we're about 47% expended. You'll see certain lines that we haven't expended anything yet because those payments aren't due yet, things like principal on bonds and things like that, which pay out later in the year. Really, there's only one line, if you look at it, where we're kind of over budget at this point, and that obviously it says snow removal, as we look at what we faced toward the end of last winter.
And Councilman, just want to mention on the snow budget, we do have some funds available in the snow trust account, which would cover the overage. So our plan is to transfer that over. It would pretty much deplete our trust, which we try to replenish every few years, but it'll leave us looking okay for this year until the winter comes again.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have as many snowstorms as we did last year. But you can see that the lines are relatively healthy going into 6 months within the year. We're in good shape according to what we had planned out earlier this year. So I don't know, as we go through, if you guys have any questions on any of those lines, happy to advise them. And also just take into note that some of these lines, there will be reclasses and things like as we go through the year, so everything is not finalized until we get toward later in the year when a solid review is done. As you're looking through that, just a couple of updates on grants. We did get a good approval on $700,000 grant opportunity for a matching grant on the funds that we used to purchase the 197 Wyckoff Avenue property. That's pending final congressional approval, but that's great. Kelly did a tremendous job and a lot of work on the paperwork to get that all squared away. And that'll be a nice set of funds that we'll use to pay down the principal on that property. We also have the $1.2 million on the appropriations from Senators Gottheimer and Booker that we're hoping to get funding on later this year if we get approved. And there's a few other pending grants that we have for the Erie Railroad Station, Borough Park and Pool paving, Veterans Park and basketball path, and Zazzetti Street improvements. So all told, we have grant applications submitted and pending for $2.3 million which is definitely a help to the borough. Does anyone have any questions about grants or anything else that we want to have Bruno and Associates take a look at? And we do have a couple others that are pending in grant process, so the FY27 Street Safe Streets to Transit, which is the Hopper Avenue sidewalk we're trying to look into. Also, the FY27 Municipal Aid for West Prospect Street resurfacing and pedestrian safety, so things that the folks in town have asked us for.
So Bruno Associates does a great job of letting us know all of the grant opportunities as they come up, and then they set a timeline for us internally to get all our paperwork and applications together. We work closely with them, and then they submit on our behalf, and then they track the status of the application. So they catch everything, but if there's ever any other grant that pops up that anybody is interested in us pursuing, we can give it over to Bruno, and they can explore it for us as well.
Brand new elevator at the ambulance school.
It's on the list.
It's on the list, sir.
Good.
Any other council members, any questions or anything we want to bring up? We have no contracts to discuss at this time. We do have a contract that will be on the approval for PBA tonight, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, but nothing else pending at this current time which we can talk about in terms of any kind of shared services or any kind of reductions that we're looking at.
Yes, just want to mention, the question comes up often on our garbage collection contract with GATA. That contract is good through the end of 2027. We're going to get there quickly, and it is an opportunity for the borough to start looking at what options might be available and, services in general.
Tatiana, one request for the next council meeting. Can we get an update from our consultant on the cell towers to see where we're at in terms of leasing and stuff like that?
Yes, Peter Lupo was in not too long ago to meet with us. There are some of the poles and the agreements are expiring in town, so he and his office are looking into opportunities to bid those poles and see what other income we can get on them.
Fantastic. Any other council members? Questions? Great. Mr. Mayor, that's it for tonight then.
Okay, thank you. My report will be very brief. I attended the ECLC and Hohokus graduation. I also attended the promotion to middle school graduation and also the high school graduation. And I want to thank the council members that were there with us. It was a very touching ceremony at the high school. First time in a long time. The valedictorian and salutatorian, the speech was very interesting and very good. If you go online, if I don't know if they have it recorded, but one of them spoke about how your life is like a sandwich, and you're the bread, and the people and the meat and everything is the people that are in your life. It's really interesting to hear, and it made you think. And that's all I have to report. Financial Administrative Committee, Mr. Marnello.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Under my report tonight, we have just an update that the Finance Committee continues to work with our professionals on pilot negotiations. We'll be meeting with the committee from the Board of Education on Monday. We have an appointment set with them to discuss what a pilot means for the Board of Ed. Tonight, you'll see approval for the PBA contract. I want to thank personally Tatiana, Kelly, Colleen for all their work on that contract negotiation, as well as the officers from the PBA. I think we worked well together to find compromises and create a good contract, which will keep us stable through 2030, I believe. So that's a great accomplishment, and happy to have worked on that with everyone on that. And you'll also see tonight the purchase of our cat loader and snowplow attachment, which was part of our capital budget for 2026, as we can always commit to providing our utilities and our services and our DPW and our police the most updated equipment to do their jobs. So that purchase is on the agenda for tonight. That's it for my report. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Fire and Police Protection Committee, Mr. Brennick.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Once again, I'll be brief as well. Today, we've had 15 responses for the fire department. Saturday, we're going to be covering Whitecall for a portion of the day. Our chief is involved in the World Cup Fire Protection Task Force. He's one of several people throughout the county that has been approached and asked if they would devote their time and expertise to the games in Rutherford. As far as the police department is concerned, the police department has gotten several calls that have been very busy with DUIs, MVAs, some domestic disputes, unfortunately a few juvenile incidents, and a few warrants that were served. That's about all I have tonight, and I'll keep you abreast of what's going on with the World Cup.
Thank you very much. Public Safety Committee, Ms. Wingate.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I attended the WALVAC meeting last Monday, and there's a lot of new faces, so it's great to see all those new volunteers. The WALVAC, they were at the junior PD, as I had said they would be last time, and as well as the high school graduation on standby, and they just coming up, they're planning to be at the Wyckoff fireworks. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Recreation and Health Committee, Ms. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, happy summer, and as everybody is trying to figure out what to do with their kids, I'm just going to go through a couple of opportunities that are always listed in our Friday newsletter, but I know not everybody gets it. So obviously, the swim team at the Walden Pool, there is registration open for that. And there is actually Walden Summer Tennis that's going on at Veterans Park. And you can, this information I think is all downstairs too in the flyers, right? So if you're interested.
Yeah.
Soccer Association for the fall registration for the rec program is open. It's all grades, K through 12. And the information again is on our newsletter and downstairs I think as well if anybody wants to grab it. So that's summer activities for kids and people looking for things for their kids to do for the summer. The other thing I always want to highlight is at least one really cool thing. They're always doing cool things at the library, but I thought this one was great. So starting June 29th, which is right around the corner, they're going to be having a Guess That Dinosaur contest for the kids. So I'm going to read exactly what this says. Guess the dinosaur from the picture hung near the entrance of the children's room. Place your best guess in the jar. One winner picked each week will win a pass to the Crayola Experience or a dino in an egg, whatever that is. So that was my report there. Can I give a WAFA update as well?
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, Access for All had their quarterly meeting down at Veterans Park on a nice night. Unfortunately, I was unable to be there, but I did get a few updates from Michelle Weber, who is now the WAFA chair. And most of the things are kind of ongoing projects that we're working on with Tatiana. So Tatiana, Michelle, and I are going to sit down and work on things like the buttons that are still on order from the county, the repairs to the Sean Fisher playground entrance, as well as some other projects that are ongoing. So we'll talk about that. And that's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Public Works Committee, Mr. Ritchie.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good evening, everyone. Apologies for my absence and the trouble for getting this assessment. But Mr. Mayor, the one thing I wanted to bring up today was the update on the sewer authority. I'll maybe say a few words, and then if you wouldn't mind elaborating or Tatiana elaborating, maybe it's hard to hear me. But we did learn that last week the sewer authority passed a resolution that they will be moving forward with a study to determine the cause of the odor down there and potentially look for mitigation strategies, look for potentially other hazardous odors as well. So this, I think, comes after our meeting with them, Mr. Mayor, a few months ago, some follow-up work. And it does look like all the work put in over the years and recently is paying off, and they're taking us seriously. So we have a lot of work ahead of them, but I felt like this was good progress, something that we should, I think, be happy and proud of, and we'll continue to press for resolution 2.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Buildings and Grounds Committee, Ms. Iricola Drake.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The only thing to report is another issue with the upstairs HVAC unit at the administration building. We're working on getting a second quote since it will be a costly repair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Administrator.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Wanted to start off, we've gotten some questions from our Hudson Ave residents regarding paving, as residents may have heard or may have been a part of the meetings when we were discussing the capital projects for 2026. The council kept Hudson Ave as a priority for the paving. The borough has received or did receive 2025 and 2026 NJDOT municipal aid grants, which will be used to towards the cost of the project. It is a costly project. It's a long stretch of road. The remainder of that cost was included in the 2026 capital budget, which was approved by the council. At the May 26th council meeting, there was a resolution authorizing the advertisement and the receipt of the bids for the paving or resurfacing project. That project is currently being surveyed right now and being designed, and then it'll be scheduled to be bid later this summer or early fall, depending on when we get our approval from the NJDOT. Given that we are using funds from the NJDOT, they take a few extra weeks to look at all the plans and the design before they're approved, and we can move forward with them. So finally, we are making some progress in getting that project underway. The other big project in town, Harrison Ave, you may have noticed that the demo of the houses on the property has happened at this point, so you'll see that it's really clear at this point. And then we have a meeting scheduled with the Board of Education this coming Monday, June 29th, so that's on the schedule. And any other questions, happy to answer them in regards to that project. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Borough Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to draw your attention to 2026-197, which is our final liquor license that has met all the state and local requirements for renewal, and that's RVK, or Liquorland. With regards to the pool, I just wanted to let the council know that Pat Carroll was in today to renew her pool pass, and wanted to thank you all for the shed located near where the seniors sit. They're very happy about it, so she wanted to say thank you. And just wishing everybody a happy summer. That's it.
Thank you, Angela. Our attorney, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No report this evening.
Consent resolutions and resolutions of the governing body.
Be it resolved that the following resolutions herewith listed by consent, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Waldeck, are hereby passed and approved. 2026-190, approval of consent. 2026-191, approval of minutes, regular meeting and closed session meeting, June 9th. Policy votes. Warriors Football Club requests to use Pavilion A on June 26th from 5:30 to dusk for a year-end party with alcoholic beverages being served. B, Dana Wakarski requests to use Pavilion A on Saturday, July 11th from 2 to 8 p.m. for a graduation party with alcoholic beverages being served. C, Michelle Weber requests to use Pavilion A on July 26th from 2 to 8 for a graduation party with alcoholic beverages being served. D, Nicole Clawberg requests to use Pavilion A on September 26th from 10 a.m. to 5 for a picnic with alcoholic beverages being served. 2026-192, authorized shared service agreement with the Bergen County for snow plow and salting of county roadways within the borough for 2026 to 2028. 2026-193, authorized inclusion in the Bergen County Community Development Program. 2026-194, authorizing the execution of an agreement with the County of Bergen to supersede the cooperative agreement dated July 1st, 2024, and amendments thereto establishing the Bergen County Community Development Program. 2026-195, authorized execution of collective bargaining agreement with the Waldeck PBA Local 217. 2026-196, award a fair and open contract to Foley for a cat loader and snowplow attachment in the amount of $354,878.60. 2026-197, authorized liquor license renewal 2026 and 2027 for RVK, aka Liquorland. 2026-198, appointment of a part-time clerk 1 recreation for the Department of Public Works. 2026-199, cancellation and refund of taxes, Block 25, Lot 19. 2026-200, authorized redemption tax title lien 25-00643. 2026-201, authorized redemption of tax title lien 24-00639. 2026-202, payment of vouchers.
Do you have a motion and a second to accept? Motion by Joe, second by Angela. Anyone have a question?
Could just make a comment?
Sure.
Just wanted to point out that tonight's resolutions are a good highlight of the opportunities that we take on with the county for shared service agreements, and we're always taking them on because there's, you know, there are opportunities that, as a small municipality, benefit us tremendously, and Bergen County is, you know, always looking to include all the municipalities on these agreements. So happy to be able to put through a few of them this evening, which will be of benefit to the borough.
Anyone else? Clerk, please take the roll.
Mr. Brennick?
Yeah.
Ms. Sarah Drake?
Yes.
Mr. Martinello?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Wingate?
Yes.
Okay, we have no introduction of ordinances. We have no public hearings. We have one introduction of ordinance. Clerk, kindly read ordinance number 2026-10.
Ordinance number 2026-10, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2022-01, fixing the compensation, salaries, and wages of the officials and employees of the Borough of Waldeck for the police.
A motion and a second is in order to move and pass this ordinance on first reading and that it be advertised in the local legal newspapers required by law, setting a public hearing 2 weeks from tonight's meeting at 7:30 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter may be reached. Do I have a motion and a second? Motion by Joe, second by Courtney. Anyone have a question with this?
So this public hearing will be Tuesday, July 14th.
July 14th. Anybody else? Clerk, take the roll.
Mr. Brennick? Ms. Sarah Drake?
Yes.
Mr. Martinello?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Wingate?
Yes.
Okay. Any unfinished business from the council? Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to thank yourself and Councilman Ritchie for the work you've done with the sewer authority and getting some movement down there. It's nice to see them moving in the right direction. Hopefully, their test results will come back and give us something to look forward to. Thank you both for your work.
Okay. Anyone else? Any new business?
I just want to address what happened this week. So when I heard of the pride flag was vandalized twice last week, I was really disappointed and hurt and frustrated and sad and a lot of emotions. But I wasn't scared for my life. And I wasn't scared to bring my kids out or to raise my kids here. And unfortunately, people of the LGBTQ plus community, I can't say the same about them. They deserve to be part of this community and to feel safe, and having that pride flag up is more than just some fabric or a rainbow. It means a welcoming and accepting and most importantly safe place for the members of that community. I just want to share something I heard. I was speaking to a trans person this week, and they said they have a to-go bag ready. And if you talk to any trans person or parents of trans people, they have a to-go bag ready, not to just leave their town or their home, but to leave the country. And that breaks my heart to think that any family here in town would feel like they might need to use that to-go bag, or students at the high school. It breaks my heart to think that the youth might have to leave their home at any moment. And so I just want to thank the mayor and the police and the DPW by acting so quickly to get the pride flag back up. And, you know, I think the best thing in life is to be able to help other people. And I think the easiest thing you can do to help somebody else is to just accept them for who they are. And I really want to live in a town where we are accepting and welcoming to all people. And with that, I want to say that I was at the high school graduation this past week and speaking to a Board of Education member, and she had pointed out that there is a pride flag up on a flagpole, because there was some discussion about having it up on a flagpole. So there is a pride flag at the high school on a flagpole, And I just wanted to bring to the council possibly working together with the Board of Education to maintain it, to possibly get a new one, a brighter one, maybe even a bigger one, and just show that our town is a welcoming and accepting place for all.
To the board president about that. Him and I will be meeting a little bit later on this year.
Okay, thank you,
No
Mr. Mayor.
promises, but we're going to meet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd also want to thank the residents and how they reacted to this situation. In particular, I want to call out Jamie Stanton, who was surprised, got a surprise visit from NBC News, but did a wonderful job in portraying that this town is not accepting of that kind of behavior, and it does not represent our town. And there were a lot of people who felt the same way, that that is not a representation, including the mayor and our chief of police, and this council is not accepting of that behavior, and the residents shined on that interview, and we actually made the news, New York City, NBC, Little Waldick, for something good that we did in response to something that was really disturbing. So thank you to the residents.
Yeah, thank you, Rupert and Cassie.
Anyone else?
Hartman, for getting those Love is Love signs as well and distributing them.
Just like to add one thing to that. Random acts of stupidity or bias or anger or prejudice against people don't represent the entire community in any way, against any faith, any race, any sex or gender. It does not represent all of Waldwick, it doesn't represent members of council. Random acts of violence and hate do happen. People should always feel safe. I think Waldwick is a very safe community. We've always been a safe community. We've always been a welcoming community. So random acts, I wish we knew who it was, if it was just a kid looking for some fun or if it was really someone with a hate crime. It doesn't color the rest of the town in that light. So I'd like to say that.
And just for the record, I did not take it down, and my henchman didn't take it down either. And I really don't like the fact that I'm being accused of things that I didn't do, or the council of being accused of things I didn't do. What happened, happened. We move forward with it, we respect it, and we do what we have to do. Anyone else? Okay, public comments. Anybody from the public would like to comment, please come to the podium here, just give us your name.
Hi, I'm Bert Hartman. Firstly, I want to say thanks for giving an update on the budget. Will that be included with the minutes or anywhere that the public can review?
There'll just be a summary in the minutes.
Right, there'll be a summary of the minutes, but not the actual printout of the budget lines. Those are specific to what we use internally.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then just following along with the flag situation, I know there were comments about, cameras and flagpoles, and I know there's restrictions on what can and can't happen in town, and so I'm just wondering if there's any comment that the council could make as to what could happen. I do appreciate the quick response and moving it to somewhere that's more protected. I'm just wondering if there's any comment or of what could potentially be changed.
Why don't we wait till I speak with the Board of Ed?
Okay, perfect.
And then we'll, as we all do here on the council, whatever we do, we always share it with the residents at meetings. So once I do meet, right now, more important is the pilot program with the Board of Ed and the council. Right after that, summer is here, but we will see what we can do.
All right.
We will let the public be aware of everything, every move that we do.
Right, and yeah, I appreciate that. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Nice legs.
John Vervoort. A question about the redevelopment. You said that the demolition had begun on that. Does that mean that we're no longer collecting property tax on that property?
No, it does not mean that. just the demo has started. It's part of pre-construction, so we haven't gotten into the construction phase. Until a pilot is agreed upon or put into effect, there would be regular tax.
So will the taxes that we are collecting now, let's say in the worst-case scenario, this fails, this redevelopment, and we're left with these properties, no development, have we foregone by beginning that demolition, have we lessened our tax revenue because of that? Or potential, do you understand what I'm saying?
There'll be, Mayor, if I may? Sure. There'll be an adjustment for the lack of the structures that were on those properties next year, because the improvements will have to be removed from the tax roll, so there will be a slight decrease. But from my understanding is there wasn't much value in those improvements to begin with.
Do you have an order of magnitude? Are we talking 5,000, 100,000?
As I say, I have no idea what the improvement values were on those
Because
lots.
wouldn't it just, I was thinking, wouldn't it have made sense to wait until you had a signed contract and a deal and
You can't stop a property owner from removing structures from their house. They have every right to do that.
And John, the max tax, I think we collect from those 4 or 5 properties right now is 60,000. So we're
But
not
that's
talking-
total.
That's total. So we're not talking about,
Okay,
hundreds of thousands.
thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, do I have a motion to go into close? Motion by Katie, second by Joe. This is about pilots, so I'll be recusing myself, and Joe, you can run the rest of the